All right, it's time for another walkthrough and a review of an all-inclusive resort in the Caribbean. This is the Ocean Coral Spring in Jamaica. I'm going to do this completely unedited, where we walk through the resort and I kind of talk about, some of the things I like, don't like. After being here for a few days, this is probably going to end up being this is definitely going to be a very long video. I will leave timestamps along the way if you want to skip ahead to certain parts. For the first time ever, we are bringing in a special guest. Mom is also going to be accompanying me on the walkthrough, and we are starting in kind of an odd spot. We are out in front of the resort, so before we've even gone into the lobby, because the way this resort is set up, the tennis court and basketball court, which actually people are playing on, it's very early in the morning, so it hasn't gotten very hot yet, are out before you even, so as you kind of drive up this path, before you get to the reservations desk area, the main building area, the tennis court's out there, the lobby, yeah, the lobby, the tennis courts are out there. So we wanted to show you that part as well. But now we've got this walk to get back up to the lobby where you would check in, and there's nothing really else out here. And we don't even know what this building is. Do you know what that?
I think it's like a facilities building. It looks like energy, electric.
But it's very well groomed, and they've already been up kind of out in this front area, trimming and hedging some of the bushes. There is the main lobby, so it's not too far of a walk up, but that's just kind of an odd setup that we haven't noticed in other all-inclusives, where the tennis court, it's not off property, but it's outside of kind of the main part of where everything else is. You have to kind of walk away to get to it. And that's the first time we've actually seen anybody using the tennis court. No one we've seen using the basketball court yet.
It's too hot as you get into the day to be out there on the courts.
Yeah. It's December, almost Christmas. As you'll see as we walk through, a lot of Christmas stuff set up. Yeah, but it's in the 80s easily during the day. No, you never want to be playing tennis. So, all right, we're walking in. We're going to kind of do this S shape, not a loop around the property, but like a loop and then another little S hook, because just because of how everything is set up. Morning.
Good morning.
Here's the first bar. As soon as you walk in, the lobby bar, which gets busy at night. This is the check-in, where you'll check in. You'll also get your tennis rackets, basketballs, I guess, if you want to go play basketball. So you get all of that stuff. Actually, here there's no separate sports hut or anything like that where you check out equipment. Here's where you book your tours. We have already booked a tour, and I've done a review on that tour if you want to check that video out as well. This is a piano bar here, so they've got a piano, but you can't play that piano. There's a piano that guests can play, but they cannot play that one. We have confirmed that multiple times. The Christmas setup here. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. Here's the strategy. Because we can't walk in a loop and show you everything, we're gonna first, so you walk straight out and the pool is right here, but we're first gonna turn right and walk around this section, go down to the beach, come all the way back, and then go through the pool. So this is going to be a very big loop, and I think this will probably end up being the longest one of these that I have done. But again, I like doing it unedited because I think it's important to know kind of how long it takes to get from place to place, where things are. When we were researching, going to all-inclusives and trying to find YouTube videos, you can find pictures and people's vacation, but nothing where you can actually see what it's like to move around the resort. So we decided just to make those type of videos. So here is the first thing you would see on your right, which is bowling. We have done bowling. It was super fun. It's a little difficult to get into.
You mean first, line-wise, you make sure you get there early as soon as it opens?
You have a little bit of a wait if it's in the evening. The teen club, Ben has used the teen club. This isn't like an activity center where they will organize activities for the kids. It's more like you can go hang out, play video games, pool, things like that. There's another section called the Daisy Club for smaller kids where they will actually do activities with you. Here is the piano and the hookah bar. So you can get a hookah in here. There are the prices. And this one has a piano, and you can actually play it. Ben has been playing the piano upstairs there, and that's relatively very, that's usually very light crowds, would you say? We haven't
Yes.
seen very many people there. And then
Correct.
also the convention center's up there, so there's a bunch of convention rooms up there.
To the left is the coffee bar.
Let me swing you around.
Yep.
So the coffee bar on this section, which is open now, obviously it's about 8 in the morning, people all throughout. And this side is the virtual reality, which is an extra cost. We have not done that yet. Ben is planning on doing that today. And then here is the ice cream stand. They change the flavors every day, seemingly, or a lot of the flavors every day. And then this is kind of where everything is. All of the shops and all of the restaurants is down this kind of pathway. Except for here is where you will see your shows. They have an evening show. Most nights. Last night was the beach party, so they didn't have a show, but definitely make sure you see the Michael Jackson show. As always, as we say, always every time we go to an all-inclusive resort, you've got to see the Michael Jackson show. You want to hop over and just look at the shops?
Sure.
Then we'll come back. The restaurants are more, so these are going to be restaurants, and then over on this side are going to be shops. We'll just show you some pricing for some shops too, because that's important. It's all-inclusive resort beach pricing, so it's not cheap. So here, I'll just give you these tumble mugs are 2 for $50. These, I don't know what these are, little glass sculptures are 3 for $25. This is just kind of the Jamaica store, everything Jamaica labeled, logoed. This is kind of the same thing. We got beach boards in here, hats,
t-shirts, attire.
Yeah. And then here's the more fancy dresses and beach shirts for men. This shirt I did look at was $80 US. And then down here is the jewelry and watch store. So you always have that jewelry and watch store. And we haven't been into that one, but we've been into the other ones. I kind of judge souvenir shops or gift shops by the t-shirt prices. How much does a t-shirt cost? Because that's kind of a standard thing you can find in the US as well. And a t-shirt in that shop was $25 US dollars, which I don't know, seems reasonable. Yeah. There's some other things that were very expensive. It was no more expensive than the gift shops we've went to off-site. All right, so first restaurant here is
Martha's Market.
Martha's Market. So this is the buffet. This is a buffet where everybody's going now to get breakfast. It's the big breakfast spot. And then what does it change to at night? We haven't eaten here at night.
It's still a buffet.
Okay, so this is always a buffet, Martha's Market.
And it's open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's closed a little bit in between each of those so they can set up.
So yeah, they can switch over. And this is still Martha's Market here. Mm-hmm. And then this next one, this one's the one that's open all night, right? Or right in the sun.
A late night.
This is the late night restaurant. We'll get out of the sun here in just a second. This is Route 66. It's not open now, but it will be open. This will be your hamburger place, open all night long. We've eaten there too. The service was really good in there, actually. Right?
Correct.
It's got a neat theme. Here's the Italian, which we have not been able to get into yet because it's been closed. People are waiting.
They take reservations.
Yeah, that's one of the reservations required. So you have to get reservations for that. That's why we haven't eaten there yet.
Sugarcane.
Sugarcane, which we've eaten at. Mm-hmm. Was okay.
Yeah.
And then down at the very end, Thali, which is an Indian. And then we can't go through there because we're not Eden Bay, we're Coral Springs. One more restaurant right here with this pointed roof is the Hibachi Grill. And we have eaten there.
Yep.
And that's reservations as well. And it was good. It was hibachi.
Yeah.
This is the sports bar. So you'll have games on the TV. They've got a ping pong table. They've got a foosball table.
Pool tables inside.
They have karaoke in there. Sometimes there was randomly we saw people doing karaoke in there. We were like, what's going on? Who's singing kind of off key? And there was just people at the bar doing karaoke, which is kind of fun. And then one more thing over here is, and we just walked through it one time, is this disco. And that's open till 2 in the morning. Opens at 11 till 2. And that's it on this side. Now we're gonna walk, we're kind of doing that loop deal. And we're walking now towards the gym, spa area. And then we'll get to the beach, is that right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
It's a little, this one's not, we're not doing a complete loop like I normally do. It's more, you know, we have to kind of weave through because the resort's just not set up that way. Again, on this, you can see the foosball tables, ping pong tables there. So now we're going through Despacio, the spa and the gym.
Which
Right
I
on
used.
either side here.
I went to the spa the other day and got a pedicure, and they were wonderful. Very good service. I loved it. Can't see my toes right now because I have gym shoes on, but.
Oh, there's people already in the gym. So they've got this little, I don't know, plunge pool, a little extra pool, or
Well, there'll be fountains later.
Yeah.
In there.
the gym's pretty nice, I would think, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can
Gym's
definitely
really
get
nice.
it done. People are in there in the morning.
Got cardio and free weights
Yeah, they
and
got some free
equipment.
weights. They've got a Smith machine. Here's the spa, and it's been utilized, right?
Yes.
You used it for
The pedicure.
pedicure. Yep.
And they do
what
work
about-
off reservations.
What about the pricing?
It was very reasonable. It was actually same price as I would pay back home. It was $60 for a pedicure.
There you go. So which way? All right. So now let me spin you back around. These are the stairs we just came down.
Yep.
Now which way are we going?
We'll go this way.
Okay. So we're heading now.
Toward the lazy river.
Yeah, the lazy river, a main key feature. Well, at least for us. I don't know. I think it should be a key feature for anyone. The lazy river. It's a nice lazy river. Probably the best, specifically lazy river that we've had at an all-inclusive resort. Is this part of Eden on this
That's
side?
Eden.
These are Eden buildings, so we're not part of this. We're on this side. We're walking kind of in between the two.
Yep. So again, the spa here is to our left
Oh, yeah, this is
That
still
we're-
a spa.
that we're passing.
Okay.
And
The lady was nice at the spa.
she was very nice. Yes.
And this is just a bathroom, right?
Correct. Yep.
Yeah.
The restroom that we hit up on the way to the lazy river.
Doesn't look like the lazy river might not even be on yet. And we've done we've actually taken the GoPro around the lazy river if you want to see the lazy river experience specifically. Just a one-man stall each for males and females. Here's a bar here. There's actually a bar. There's like a little alcove halfway through the lazy river. If you need a break from being lazy on the river, you can come into this little section and get a drink and then continue on your way down the lazy river. But again, the lazy river's, for us, it was a key feature. Ben is having a great time on the lazy river. They've got tons of water features, waterfalls, buckets, all this kind of stuff. But if we just keep going this way, well, we're gonna run right into the beach. So we'll walk then down the beach and then show you the other side. You've been on the lazy river, right?
I have. I love it. Yeah. One half of it, you can avoid all of the falling water. But on the second half, which I don't take very often, you're going to get wet.
Yeah, there's no way to avoid getting wet. And the squirt guns, there's guns here. They're off. It seems like for obvious reasons, like you can point them at anybody outside of the lazy river. But yeah, she's talking about there's water walls where they'll just shoot a full torrent of water down, and there's nothing you can do to avoid it. It's like you can zigzag around it. There's people up there working on it right now.
And there's beach chairs, and a lot of them are
Yeah.
underneath palm trees. So it's a nice, like, kind of shaded area when you're hanging out around the lazy river.
And it hasn't been that busy yet. We're here the week before Christmas. A lot of people just arrived because it's going to be Christmas, and I think they're staying through Christmas. But we've been here for 4 days, and it hasn't been that busy yet.
Yeah, we've never had to wait for a raft.
Haven't had to
or-
wait for a raft or chairs. We've gotten chairs
Yeah.
very easily as well. It could just be we got here on the off week before Christmas. All right, I'm spinning you around because we are at an important feature here. This is the beach. Again, this side is
Eden.
This
This
side's
is Eden.
over here.
And Eden is the adults only. I forget if we said that yet, but
Yeah, but we can't use it. I mean, it's not
Correct.
just because we're adults we can't walk over there. Or they've got actually security guards. Here is the meeting center, not the meeting center, the business center, where they will give you the premium travel club talk. And again, a video has been done on that as well. If you want to check that out before you actually go through the meeting. And this beach part right here is reserved for that premium club, travel club. Right, we got another restaurant. So again, we walked around, and that is the end of the lazy river right there. Here's another restaurant here that's kind of beachfront.
This is the Privilege.
Oh, this is Privilege, okay.
Yeah.
But it's a restaurant, right?
Correct.
So this is the Privilege exclusive restaurant.
Yes, a lounge and a restaurant.
So which we obviously have not been in that yet.
So Privilege is where you can upgrade to have like butler service and additional amenities.
It's a travel club. It's a travel club, which I've done a number of videos on here about travel clubs and the experience of going through the sales meeting and all that kind of stuff, including this one.
Yep.
And then this we ate at last night for the first time. And we kind of wish we would have eaten here multiple nights.
Oh, so good.
This is the Red Snapper again, right on the beach. And they had a beach party right in front of it, so we decided to eat here. This restaurant was really, so far the winner, and what we haven't tried yet is the Italian and the Indian.
Correct.
Yeah. The ahi tuna was really, really good. The chicken was really good, as in...
I had hoki fish, which was delicious.
So we're walking kind of now away from the beach.
Yeah, but down there is the beach where we've been hanging out and building sandcastles.
And this, so behind us would be the beach that I guess we actually have access to. It's not a huge beach, and there's no waves that come in, so it's kind of flat, like almost like a lagoon, kind of.
Like a lake almost, yeah. And there's some coral, but it's not bad on the feet or anything.
Right.
It's very shallow.
So right here is where they had the beach party last night, so this bar was rocking. This is now they're not enforcing this, but this is supposed to be the smoking section. You're only supposed to smoke under that pergola there, but they haven't been enforcing that at all. So are we going this way now?
We're gonna go up this way.
All right.
Toward the front.
So just to orient, this is now the main pool. Straight across is the lobby where we came in. And then over here is the beach jerk shack. And are we gonna come back and talk about that?
I don't think so.
So that's the jerk shack, which is good too.
Delicious.
That would be our second probably favorite. And there's the water sports if you want to book. If you don't have a travel agent and you want to book one of the tours, the water sports tours, that's where you would do it. Snorkeling and things like that. So okay, where are we going?
So this way we're going to go to the right,
okay,
around the pool.
Oh,
There's
right, yes.
Lots of chessboard games.
Two chess sets, which is interesting.
Which we've had fun. Benjamin and I have gone a few rounds.
The pool has not been crowded at all. And it's a huge pool. I mean, it's not like even if it was crowded.
Chairs are first come, first serve. Unless you're in the Privilege Club, they have over there a section that is roped off.
And they're already being reserved, it looks like.
Yep.
Which is one of those do you do it or do you not do it kind of at a resort things.
Not supposed to,
I know, but it's like so tempting. I need that chair, and even though I'm not sitting in it, I want to put my towel on it. So we make sure that oh, this is important. So here's the thing you wash off from coming, wash the sand off so you don't go into the pool. That none of those are working. So there's nothing really you can do if you get sandy in the beach before you go into your room, especially, but even into the pool, you're getting sand all over the place. I don't know why they haven't turned off. We haven't asked yet. We don't know if it's a water shortage thing or we don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah.
But all of them are turned off, even the foot ones down by the beach, which we walked past.
And this is the main pool. So right here, especially by this main pool swim up bar, there's a lot of activities that happen throughout the day.
Right here.
Little dance contest, they'll have cornhole out here. Yesterday was a scavenger hunt that Benjamin participated in. A lot of the other kids, a lot of fun. So, and the water is different, varying levels. I think the deepest is 5 feet.
I don't know, actually.
That's what I think.
I've kind of been concentrated down at that end. I haven't even gone up to this end yet, but I think this is you see that rail there, that's a walk-in where you just walk in through it. Okay, so here's an important where we're gonna turn. So we've mapped this strategy out just to make it the most efficient, but again, there's the lobby. So if we came down here and went through this building, right? That's what we're doing?
That's what we're doing.
We're going through this building now to show you kind of the last feature. This is the building that we're actually staying in, where we have a rooftop suite. So again, a full review of that room will be on this channel. So we're going over this bridge and cutting through the actual building that we're staying in. Here's some swim outs.
Excuse me.
Important to note, we wanted a swim out, but because Ben is 10 years old, they wouldn't give us a swim out, I think for obvious reasons.
Yeah, you have to be 18 and older.
Yeah, you have to be 18 to book a swim out suite, and that, that makes sense.
Or all occupants have to be 18.
Yeah, Ben can swim, but some 10-year-olds are not going to be that trustworthy, and I don't know if he is as well. How you guys doing?
Good morning.
There's not really a lot back here, Down this way, again, that'll be the water sports. And they have this black, I don't know, curtain up on the fence, because across there is, I guess, public property, and there's a lot of little shacks set up, souvenir shops that are off property. And you've been over there.
We did, yeah. Benjamin and I went over there. You go at the water sports, there's a security guard there. You'll give your name, your room number, and you'll essentially sign out of the resort. And then there's a bunch of merchants. They offer hair braiding, t-shirts, and it's kind of like a market where you can negotiate pricing. So it's a really fun, authentic experience, and we chose to do that because we wanted to give our money directly to the Jamaican community.
A lot of the gift shops that they take you off property, and even, I don't know, maybe not even the ones here, but at least the jewelry store here are owned by families from outside of the country. And one of the locals was telling us that they just basically take the money, they don't have to pay taxes, and send it back. We don't know the exact system, we're not judging it, I don't know, but she wanted to give it directly to the Jamaican community, so that's what we did. Did you find it very, I don't know, hassly, is that a word?
Not at all.
Okay.
No, not
so they were very friendly. All right, so now we're coming to the kids water park section. Here's a bathroom. This will be the last thing we're showing you. Yes, this is officially the longest walkthrough of this is a big resort, and it's, again, it's I wanted to show everything. We want to show everything, and it's, you've got to wind through it. Another chess set. So is that chess set number 3?
Correct. Yep.
Then this restaurant's really good as well. This is just a burger bar, but they will just leave the food out, and it's kind of grab and go style instead of having to actually order anything. You just pick up a hamburger, it's sitting there, you make it yourself.
They have the best chicken nuggets.
Is that like a Fuddruckers, kind of?
Kind of, yeah. But it's good finger food, strategically placed by the kids area.
Yeah,
so
smart. And I've been down, Ben's been down all the water slides, as has his cousin. He says he likes this orange one the best. I went down the pink one. That's all I could handle. But it was fun. It was fun. This reminds us of when we used to have in Cincinnati, Coney Island. They had a kids water park section like this. It was a little, this is pretty nice. For a kids water park section, this is nice.
It's really nice, and there'll be lots of water flying around, and it'll be
Yeah,
lots
it's not
and lots
on
of
yet.
kids.
Not on.
Yeah.
But yeah, this will get busy. We're expecting it to get busier. So okay, let me orient again.
Yeah.
So we could have, right behind me, I know it's the sun, but that's again the lobby. So we could have just came out of the lobby, taken a left, and we would have been right where we are now. But again, we did a big loop. And again, I'll put throughout here, I'm gonna put where we are on the map, just so you kind of can orient yourself a little bit better.
And you also get an idea of which building what you would like to request.
Yeah.
Would you like to be closer to the lazy river, or would you like to be closer to the water park section?
Or specific rooms too, because the further away from the lobby, the higher the room number is. We're basically right in the middle of ours, and ours is 1550, so basically right in the middle. I don't know if it's exactly goes up to hundreds, but okay. So the last thing here, and then we'll just, I don't know, we made notes. We'll give our thoughts here at the end, but the last thing off of the kids water park is the Daisy Club, which Ben is just kind of, I guess, outgrown at this point, because he doesn't want to do that. He wants to hang out in what's called the Family Center, which I guess used to be the Teens Club, but they've got a playground here, and this is more where they will organize activities, arts and crafts and things like that. But as you can see, there's nobody in here, so I'll stick the camera up to the window.
And it's ages 4 to 12.
Yeah, so Ben could definitely go to it.
So Ben is 10 and a half, and he's eligible, but he feels.
Yeah, and I can, it's a little babyish. I don't know. It's
younger.
It's younger. It's for littler kids. I mean, the playground is, they've got these little push carts here. It's just, the other place has video games, and the other place, video
has
games,
foosball,
a foosball table, the
pool
crowd.
table.
Ben wants to be with the bigger crowd, so Mom took a picture with this butterfly yesterday. And that's it. That's the whole walkthrough. If we go back that way, we're going to the lobby. What do we have as far as notes? I guess we can stop here. So here's the entrance to the Daisy Club.
So we have that. Well, first we forgot to mention that you do get your racquetballs and tennis clubs at the lobby desk.
I said that.
You did? Oh, okay. Never mind.
Are you checking things off as we go?
I am. The restaurant variety, there's a lot of good different options.
There's everything except for there's no Mexican restaurant, which I don't know.
They have Indian instead. The availability of food, there's food available all the time except from 10:30 to 11.
They have this weird 10:30 to 11 dead spot, which we've gotten hungry at twice now, which is so weird that there's no restaurants open from 10:30. The marketplace. What's it called? Martha's Market buffet closes at 10:30, and the Route 66 doesn't open until 11. So you're without food for that period of time. You can get room service, but room service after 10 charges you. So there's just no food for that half-hour span.
And we forgot to point out, there is one towel stand, and it's at the main pool. So where we walked past that main swim-up bar, it's right behind there.
So right by one of those chess boards, or right between the two chess boards, there is a towel station. And they are not on the honor system. You have a card, you have to return the card, they will check your towel. You know, it's one of those kind of systems. It's just a little bit annoying. You know, you don't want your, oh, did I forget my towel? I hope I return my towel because they're gonna charge me 30 bucks, that kind of thing. I like the honor system. They don't have that here.
Yeah, last thing, there is an app, so that's where you book your reservations. And one thing our family found out is there's no room upgrade available. So if you're accustomed to coming down and as you check in, maybe changing rooms, at least for this week, because they're gonna be at full occupancy heading into the holiday, that was not available. So make sure you book the room that you definitely want for the trip. And the only thing left I have from my side is smash that like button and subscribe to the channel.
Yep. So I'll try to walk through that room as well, but that's as good of an ending as I could do. So I hope this was helpful. We're walking back to the lobby now. Take care. All right, so now it is time to answer the question, how good is it really? How good is the Ocean Coral Spring in Jamaica? And this is going to be our opinion. So we gave you the walkthrough, and this is just going to be our opinion after staying here for a week. Your opinion may differ. Maybe you stayed here. Please leave us any comments in the comment section below if your opinion differs from ours, or if you have any questions. Again, we've stayed here for a week. We've checked it out. Let us know if you have any questions before coming to stay here. So for the first time, to answer the question, how good is it really, with one of these resort reviews, we have an actual system. Nicole has come up with a system. We're going to rate in different categories and then give it an overall score. So
yes. So our first category that we're gonna rate places on is based on the activities. So that includes anything from the activities on site to excursion options. For Ocean Coral Springs, we're saying it's a 4. Oh, and our scale is 1 to 5.
1 to 5.
So at 4, they have the lazy river, they have bowling, they have ping pong, chess boards, so there's always something fun to do.
A really big pool.
Yeah, a really big pool,
Yeah.
lots of activities in the afternoon. It would have gotten a 5 if I think the lazy river current had been on.
Yeah.
So
yeah, there's some other places I think we stayed at have more organized activities. Like some have archery or
language
pellet gun
classes.
shooting or language classes.
Yeah.
They didn't have as many organized activities, but they have a lot. They have a lot of things to do. I mean, with the lazy river, the bowling alley, the VR experience, which is an upcharge, but they have things you can do all day. You're not gonna get bored, I guess. So 4 out of 5, I think, is very good.
Yep.
Very appropriate.
Next category is cleanliness/maintenance. And for this, I would say this resort is very clean.
They're
They do
always
a
cleaning.
great job. The rooms, the common areas, the restaurants, very clean. But what took our score to a 3.5 is just the maintenance. There's some things that need repair that weren't working, like the water to remove sand from the beach.
The foot washers
Yeah, none of those were working.
Some of the lights are knocked over and look like they're shorting out.
Yeah.
It looks like it needs some TLC.
Yeah, and in our room, the hooks were torn out of the wall and hangers are missing, things like that.
We did a full review of the room specifically where I talked about that.
Yeah, and we could maybe link it so you can easily get to that. But so 3.5, again, very clean, but just needs some general upkeep. And related to that, on the website, it said that this is a new resort. New is relative. We thought that meant it's been open just
Brand
1 or 2
new.
years. Yeah, brand new. But it's actually been open for 5 years. And we're, like you said, could start seeing the wear and tear on it.
It looks like it's been open for 5 years and they haven't done anything for 5 years.
Yep.
Yeah. It's lived in.
Yeah. So, okay. Next category.
This is category 3?
Category 3, food and drinks. So we base this on the availability, meaning can you get easy access to food and drinks, and also the variety. So for this one, it's 2.5 for us.
Yeah.
Sometimes the restaurants weren't open when they were supposed to be.
Right.
Either
Sometimes they closed early.
Yeah,
Sometimes they didn't open until later. Island time kind of thing. But if they say it's going to be open, I think it should be open.
Yeah, and then variety-wise, just not a lot of options as far as fresh fruits and vegetables. And so there was a lot of overlap between the cuisine. I would say the Italian restaurant was great, and the sushi we really enjoyed,
Yeah.
or the hibachi grill. So
and also we're not huge drinkers, but the liquor, wine, beer options were very limited unless you pay for the upgraded prestige level of service. So red stripe beer only, 1 or 2
white and red wine.
yeah, wines, very limited on the liquor selection if that's something that matters to you.
We actually didn't even recognize any of the liquor.
No.
Like,
We kept asking, like, do you even have Appleton? Because Appleton is Jamaican rum, and they didn't even have that. So.
yeah. Next category, location. For us, it's a 4 out of 5. They agree it's close to, well, obviously we're at the beach.
We're right on the beach.
Yeah, right on the beach, and the beach is beautiful. It's relatively close to the airport and Montego Bay, so I think it's fair travel there. And then, there's excursion options that you can choose to do around the island, which, again, I think we enjoyed it.
You have to drive from the airport, so that knocks it down, I think, from a 5 to a 4.
Yeah.
But right on the beach, plenty to do. You can get to Dunn's River Falls very easily. You can get to Margaritaville very easily. Yeah.
Okay. Next category is the rooms. The rooms, again, very clean. They're nice. The beds were really comfortable, so we rated the rooms a 4 out of 5.
Yeah.
And you did the room
I
review.
did the room review. I talk more about why. Yeah, it's a 4 out of 5. But.
Yep. And then the last category, which is actually really, really super important to us, both of us growing up.
Most important for last.
In the service industry, servers, and also just in customer service roles. And so service category, it is a 2.5. So yeah, and this being our most important.
It's hard to say that even too, like, as you feel like you're, knocking people that are trying to do their job well, but it's very hit or miss.
Yeah, and
we've had really good service, and we've just had service that was just weirdly off. Like, not even that it seemed like they didn't care; it just seemed like they didn't at all know what they were doing or even trying to do. It was just odd. It was just an odd experience.
And there were a couple times it felt like intentional.
Yeah.
So that is one area I would say that if we would give feedback directly to the managers or owners and things, and just say, we need to increase that customer service friendliness and
in some spots.
In some spots, yeah.
Yeah.
So when you average all those scores up, we got what we actually expected. It's a 3.5 for us, so we kind of view that score as the value. Do we feel like we got good value for the money we spent? And we said, yeah, we have always said that this is it's been an okay trip.
Pretty average.
Yeah.
For all the all-inclusives that we've gone to, this is kind of right in the middle. You're not going to have a bad time. It didn't wow us. It's not like we've got to come back to this resort. It's just kind of, we had a good time. We got what we thought was worth what we paid for. There was some nitpicky things, some things that were good that we didn't expect. So, kind of right in the middle.
But it's a one and done. We'll
one
say
and
that.
done for us.
Yeah.
So we would also like, if anybody has been wowed by an all-inclusive resort, please let us know that as well. We would love to check out one that people actually think that is spectacular, that they love going back to. We found that in a couple places, but we've never found that really with an all-inclusive that we have to go back to this one specifically. We kind of bounce around more. So.
And we're looking for a landing.
Yeah. All right. So we hope this was very, very helpful. We know this is a super long video. Comments, questions, like the video to spread the word. And we'll see everybody next time.